We've got some answers. I don't know why people didn't assume this to begin with. This whole situation also raises a huge problem we have in the way that we interact with things on the internet. Tia has spoken about her pregnancy, and obviously she has an entire team of professionals looking after her while she's pregnant.
I've been consulting with my OB, wanted to get different opinions just in case one didn't work for me. And throughout the whole journey, I've been able to confine in each one of them.
She said she's got an OB, I don't know what that is. I'm guessing like midwives. She said that she's speaking to pelvic floor specialists, doctors, basically an entire team of people, professionals. She's sought help from people outside of the hospitals as well. And she's obviously seen different doctors in both Australia and America. And Tia is not training intensely.
I'm definitely not training that intense, and I've definitely dialed it back dramatically.
Most of the time she's dialed everything down and she's taking the general advice that people give pregnant women. She doesn't have any discomfort or issues, but she's also aware that if something like that comes up, then she will stop whatever she's doing and that her baby is more important than her training. I don't know why anyone would ever think anything different, but clearly people did. She doesn't do double unders or running or snatching. She's spoken to the pelvic floor specialists and they've said that double unders and running are bad for your pelvic floor during pregnancy, so she's avoided them. With the snatches, she doesn't want to alter the bar path and then have to go back and retrain it after she's given birth.
I haven't even snatched at all throughout the pregnancy because I personally just don't want to do that. And I just don't feel comfortable bringing the bar close to my hips.
And she also doesn't like to snatch because she doesn't want to have to avoid hitting her stomach, and she doesn't like taking the risk of potentially hitting her stomach and hurting the baby in any way. But obviously she did all of those things during the open, and the reason is she spoke to doctors and said, will it matter if I do this thing, say double unders, one time? Will it have a massive impact on my pelvic floor? And they said no. They were like, one workout is not going to have a huge impact.
And had a lot of support through pelvic floor specialists, and this is, you know, a conversation that I had with the doctors. One workout was not going to be detrimental to the future process.
It sounds like they've said like it would have an impact if you did it repeatedly, if you did it across the weeks and months that you were pregnant, but if you just do it once, the coning that she's experiencing with the pull-ups, the burpees, the toes to bar, things that are creating a bit too much stress or abdominal pressure, if she's only doing it once or 3 times for the 3 workouts, then it isn't the end of the world and it isn't going to have a lasting impact for her.
Go after these workouts and do specific movements without any discomfort and with the support of my team. And when I mean team, I mean the multiple opinions that I'm getting from doctors and OBs and midwives.
And that makes so much sense. And I've said the comments that she's been receiving have been completely ridiculous. Some of them have just been interested and wanted to hear more about her story and more about her pregnancy and how she's handling it. But there was a lot of horrible stuff saying that she's gonna have a miscarriage or she's gonna hurt the baby. You should have seen some of the comments, they were so mean. And I'm very passionate talking about trolling and how we need to stop doing that. The reason this whole controversy has started is because people have seen the videos of her doing the CrossFit Open and presumed that that's what she's been doing the entire time she's pregnant. They've seen one video and thought that's her entire training routine. And this happens to me a lot as well. I'll put up like a 7-second video of me doing a workout and people assume that is my entire training routine. Like recently I put one up of me sprinting on a treadmill. And those of you that know my Instagram content know that I don't do that a lot of the time, and that was actually my first time trying to full out sprint on a assault runner and I didn't do very well, to be honest. But there's so many people in the comments assuming that that is what my training looks like all of the time. It's like when you post a video of you doing a butterfly pull-up and people think that's all that you do. It's crazy. More of us need to be mindful. What we see online is probably a small snippet of somebody's life and it isn't the full picture. And I think this is so relevant with a lot of social media being like a highlight reel and honestly quite fake. I think many of us are guilty of comparing our lives to the lives that we see on the internet, and we've got to remember how curated that is and what a small amount of somebody's day we're seeing. Recently there's been a lot of talk of whether CrossFit is bad for your health and whether it's causing eating disorders, and I'm someone that has experienced having an eating disorder whilst doing CrossFit. If you'd like to hear my opinion on that, watch this video next right here. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.